So, Dylan, you sit in our meetings from time to time, maybe every month. One of the things that characterizes our community is the diversity of our community, both politically and people who believe in climate and people who don't believe in climate and so forth. You've had this extraordinary insight that's reoriented your perception about the planet's resilience. How do you deal with people who have the complete opposite perspective that you do? You know that they're decent, good people, but you just can't cross that divide of the perception that your unique experience has given you, and yet you want to share it with others.
Yeah, this comes up a lot, and I get it both sides. One is, why pollute the earth to go to space? And I remind people, all our climate data, or most of it, comes from space-based assets. Most of the poverty that we've lifted humanity out of comes from space-based assets and communication and cell phones. And then the flip side are people who don't think climate change is real. And if they think it's real, they don't think humans are responsible for it. What I would say to that is put that aside. Let's just assume that's true. Imagine a world where we put all our heavy infrastructure in space at these so-called Lagrangian points. These are stable orbits that won't degrade. This is where the James Webb Telescope is. And by the way, this is a very O'Neillian view. Gerard K. O'Neill, professor at Princeton. Jeff Bezos is a disciple of Jerry O'Neill. I am as well. And the idea is you put all heavy infrastructure in space, and the Earth becomes essentially a national park. It just becomes this oasis. Even if you don't believe in climate change, I think that's a pretty beautiful vision for where we could take the planet. So I don't see any downside to that. So those are the kinds of things that I debate back and forth with folks. But I certainly am not in the camp that says I have all the answers and I have it all figured out, and I'm willing to have my mind changed. But the one thing I am certain about is space allows us to reimagine what's possible for humanity. Typically, we're projecting the best of humanity out there. Certainly the astronaut corps, professional astronaut corps would qualify as that. And so I think it's a marvelous tool for us to imagine what our future could be. And it's certainly inspiring to the next generation. If you talk to anyone under the age of 20, eight people out of 10 are going to tell you that space is fascinating and that they're interested in it.